What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchets REACT, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction. So excited about this video. If you're new to us
and we're new to you,
make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 200K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, alright? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Let's get it.
Number one is in Scandinavia, being impressive can make people distrust you. Americans are trained to be visible. Scandinavians are trained to be socially non-threatening. American culture rewards performance. You're supposed to convince people that you matter. And this makes sense for a hyper-competitive society because when healthcare, education, jobs, and survival itself feels competitive, people learn to constantly advertise their value. But then Americans move to places like Norway, and suddenly the same behavior that reads as confident in the US can read as insecure, arrogant, immature, exhausting, or attention-seeking. And nobody's gonna tell foreigners this directly. That's the important part to note here. Nobody says, hey, people think that you're trying too hard. They're just going to slowly create a distance from you. And I think this is where people misunderstand concepts like janteloven as well, because foreigners hear about it and think, oh, Scandinavians hate ambition and they want everyone to be the same. But that's actually not true. Norway loves competence. Norway loves success, and Norway loves intelligence. What people dislike is performance. So the hidden rule here is if you're truly competent, you shouldn't need to constantly announce it. So in America, visibility helps you survive. In Scandinavia, taking up too much social space can actually make people distrust your character. Rule number 2. In Scandinavia, the high...
All right now.
Okay, so I have a question. Do you think that they have awards? Like, you know, like we have a lot of awards, like especially in schools, like every, 9 weeks or so?
Yeah.
They'll have like an award ceremony. Perfect attendance, highest reader, you know, best person in math, all of these different things. Do y'all have that? They even have like character awards.
Right.
You know?
Even like going down to the graduation books. You know, the most funniest, you know, the most talented, things of that nature. I want to believe so and say yes. Only because it's an initiative to who you are. You know what I'm saying? And some people need to be, you know, recognized for certain things without it being a celebration. But just a recognizable thing.
Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong, but is this the society where if you get a C, like they want you to aim for a C and you pass?
Oh yeah. I think so. I could be wrong too. Correct me if I'm wrong. Put that in the comment section.
Y'all let us know.
All right.
His social currency is being low need. This isn't in a cold way. And actually make people distrust your character. Rule number 2. In Scandinavia, the highest social currency is being low need. This isn't in a cold way, this isn't in a dismissive way, but it's in a structural, almost moral way. The hidden rule is do not create unnecessary burden on the collective system or the people around you. Because Scandinavia is built on incredibly strong public systems, healthcare, education, blah, 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 etc., you most likely already know what they provide here. However, the cultural expectation that comes with these systems is actually pretty interesting. If the system is designed to support you, then you are expected not to misuse it, not to exaggerate your needs, or become socially dependent in ways that disrupt the balance. So instead of people constantly expressing need, a lot of social behavior is shaped around restraint. You don't complain loudly, you don't dramatize your struggles, you don't turn personal difficulty into a group responsibility, unless it genuinely needs to be. And I think some foreigners can often misread this as a sign of emotional distance, but it's actually closer to the cultural idea of dignity. In Scandinavia, needing too much visible help too quickly can quietly shift how people perceive you. Not as weak, but as high maintenance in a way. And high maintenance is actually one of the fastest ways to lose social trust here, because trust in these societies is not just emotional, it's logistical. People are constantly wondering, is this person stable enough to have in a shared system? That's why being predictable, emotionally steady, And self-contained is often valued so highly. It signals that you're not going to create unnecessary friction in a lot of these shared spaces. And I think this also explains something about foreigners struggling with their friendships here. Because in more expressive cultures, closeness is built through sharing problems quickly. But in Scandinavia, trust often builds through an absence of disruption, right? So you don't feel someone becoming your friend immediately. You notice over time that they are consistent, calm, and not demanding anything from you emotionally or socially. And then one day you realize, oh, this is actually a very solid relationship. So foreigners might think they're distant, but locals are often thinking, I'm respecting your space, your time, and the system we both exist in. And once you see that, you start to understand why Scandinavian culture feels so calm on the surface, but so structured underneath. Make sense? Yeah. And last but not least, rule number 3.
So that one is a little tricky. But I do believe what she basically is saying is that you can be in a space with somebody and not say nothing with them. Like, y'all don't have to speak to know that y'all like each other. Y'all don't have to speak to know that. It's like not being dependent on the emotions that a person may have to give you for you to feel their presence.
Like, there's no trauma bonding.
Right.
Right? Like, here, a lot of times people would, you know, meet somebody and be like, oh, I've been through ABC. And they'd be like, me too. And they become friends off of that. But what came up to me was, is there a cancel culture in Norway? Like, especially with social media, like, what y'all algorithm looking like? Are the people getting online saying, we're not talking to this creator anymore, we're not supporting this creator anymore because ABC?
Right. Almost sound, it almost sounds like y'all have like a cookie cutter personality. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's not that, but it do sound like y'all have that.
Yeah, like, you know better. We do not behave like this. Why are you getting on camera crying? Why are you getting on camera talking about your family business? Like, why are you getting on camera making a GoFundMe for ABC?
I was finna say that. Why you on the internet asking for money?
Yeah. So,
they ain't gonna allow that out there, especially if this is the way they looking at it.
Right.
Yeah.
Emotional self-control is often seen as moral superiority. This kind of goes along the same lines as the one before, but in America, emotional openness is often associated with authenticity. If someone is expressive, passionate, vulnerable, or even emotionally intense, people often think, wow, they're real. But in a lot of Nordic cultures, emotional restraint is deeply tied to your maturity. The hidden rule is that your emotions are your responsibility. And if your emotional state constantly spills outward onto other people, it can quietly reduce trust. Not because emotions themselves are bad, but because emotional regulation is often seen as a sign of respect. One funny thing that I've noticed here in Norway is that people often trust calmness more than they trust charisma. If someone stays emotionally level during stress, if they avoid dramatic reactions, and they don't constantly externalize their feelings, people often view them as more competent. Whereas in America, emotional intensity can actually create trust faster. And I think social media culture has had a big influence on this as well, because influencer culture rewards that emotional performance. But culturally, Scandinavia still tends to value moderation much more, which is why some internet personalities that America finds relatable can feel emotionally overwhelming to Scandinavians. I think they just believe that emotions are private experiences first and public performances second. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a short one.
Yeah, we're gonna stop it right there, man. Yeah, the Scandinavians really like us, so I wonder what they think. I wonder what they think, because our personalities are wild. Like, we're very uppity and we're hype and we're loud.
Uppity? You talking about the Demouchets or you talking about Americans?
Us.
The Demouchets?
Oh, uppity is not a good thing?
We uppity?
Uppity as in energetic.
I hope they don't think we uppity.
Uppity? What's uppity to you?
High class. Bougie.
Uppity? When I say
I mean,
uppity,
I'm a little bougie.
Yeah.
But,
yeah,
you know.
She dipped the end of her fry in the ketchup just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
But when I say uppity, I'm talking about like more like energetic, more like talkative, more like.
And we do share private stories.
Funny laughter, like uppity, like they're alive almost, not nonchalant type stuff.
Yeah. Do y'all lower y'all volume down when we in y'all ear screaming on y'all TV screaming? Do y'all do that?
Cause
All right, y'all. We hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Be sure to subscribe. We'll see you soon.
Peace.